Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. Clickbait.
Clickbait. Clickbait. Clickbait.
So this one comes from the UK, from the Daily Star website, and this is funny because you and I, Randy, have talked about this a lot, and it's basically how some of these people, I don't know if you say that they're not gamers or not, because I guess if they like playing games and they actually play games, they're gamers. But the idea is that these ladies know how to get us guys by doing all types of sexy things, wearing bikinis, showing a lot of cleavage, things like that. However, this one talks about sexiest gamers revealed, boobalicious babes who risk getting banned for X-rated videos. And I love the subtitle where it says, boobs, bums, and camel toes aren't what a lot of people associate with gaming, but maybe they should. And basically what this article shows, and we'll show you the pictures in the video, is that some of these people accidentally show a little bit more than they should. So I mean, like, some people complain enough that if they're showing off their boobs with, you know, cleavage or bikinis or tight-fitting clothing, that's one thing. But a bunch of these streamers supposedly had like the equivalent of nip slips, or what we call the Britney Spears, the crotch shot. Did you get to see any of these videos? Like, I love the first one where it's like accidentally gives you a crotch shot, and it's like, I don't know. Do you think any of these are accidents?
Like, the funny thing is, like, the first one I had heard about that she was like, oh, blah blah blah, like she started doing the whole story of like, oh, it was by mistake, like, because I think, like, I don't remember if it was like something that she had done, something that she had like either like fractured her ankle or twisted her ankle real bad, and she was like on painkillers or some shit like that. So like you can kind of, even like if you look at the video and you pay attention, she kind of like seems out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and then that was like the whole thing where she sat there and was like, oh, no, and she got up and like flashed the camera, and she was like, oh, I completely like forgot that I wasn't wearing any underwear. Da, da, da. So it's like one of these things of like, oh, okay. Like, was that real? Was that fake? Da, 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 you know? So
it kind of looked, I admit, it was one of the better ones because she stands up and it looks like she's just reaching for something. It wasn't kind of like normally when someone looks like they're really trying to do it. So if she did it on purpose, it was a pretty good act because it looks like an accident. Still, it wasn't. Right. I mean, the other person, other two are basically, you know, they already have these really tight fitting bras or whatever they're wearing, sports bras, regular bras, bikini bras, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I showed a little boob. It's like, you gotta wonder, is that gonna get you more hits? Because they're all, I mean, they said these people already had a big fan base, and you're sitting there and you're already basically in a bikini. Do you have to go that extra step? Maybe you do. Maybe we want that. I don't know. I guess in the comments you guys can tell us. Like, do you like the mystery of that it's right there but not quite X-rated, or do you need the whole X? I mean, one X should be enough.
That's true. But like, so like the thing that's funny is like the ones that they show here. So the first girl, like the gamer girl, Leah, like that was the one that she slipped. Then the other girl, the one underneath that girl, is I forgot her name. Pink Sparkles. Now, that girl, like, what's hilarious is, like, there have been people for the longest time, like, calling her out, like, dude, she's a Twitch whore, because, like, literally, it's the typical, like, 3/4 of the screen is her, and then the little tiny thing of her playing Overwatch is what it is. And then like she'll go to like things where she'll do that, and it's like you look at her videos and you're like, oh my god, like really, you're doing this shit? Like, and then what's hilarious is like you literally like watch it and you just see the donations just boom, 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 and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
And they start with $5, and then there's things like the other lady here had where she had a private Snapchat and things like that. So it stretches out. Yeah.
Zoe Berger was the one that she literally got banned off of Twitch and went to YouTube because of it. And she had, like, I remember when that happened, that she got kicked off and got put onto YouTube. I remember this like article came out that she sat there and said like, I want to hit 1 million subscribers as fast as possible, and if I do that, I will release nude photos of myself. And I remember reading the article, and like the guy that wrote this editorial was like, so when does it like cross that line into you're essentially a prostitute because you're trying to get these people to subscribe to your channel so that they can see naked pictures of you? So essentially they're giving you money and you're giving them naked pictures. You know, so it was like, and I like, and the way that he wrote it, I was sitting there going like, the guy makes a good fucking point. Like,
Yeah.
When do you cross that line? I'm looking at here. So the next chick, Alinity.
Oh yeah, that one was great because I love how it says here. First of all, she had over 400,000 people tune in. Do you know that there's TV shows now, not on prime time, like not on the broadcast channels, but there's TV shows on cable that don't get those numbers.
Yeah.
This lady was getting those numbers to her Twitch broadcast, and apparently, what happened in this instance is she was just trying to explain to her audience to be able to tell when women were wearing a push-up bra, which I guess that's really important to know. Mm-hmm. And she almost exposed her own breasts, and it's like,
that's funny.
Okay, I guess she had to like give you, a visual to help you understand what she's trying to explain to her 99.9% male fan base.
The thing that's funny is like, so I saw a clip and it was in one of those like Twitch stream fail ones. That was of her. That was hilarious. Is so like if you see in that video that's linked in there, like her cat's in the background or whatever. So apparently in the video she's wearing this like one piece black dress, but it's like a short skirt dress, and she was putting something together. And she sits there and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go get something." And what's hilarious is like she goes to stand up and you can see like the cat walks behind her, and she goes to get up and she literally does one of these and turns around, and just as she turns like this, like literally the bottom of the skirt kicks up over her hip, and literally like all you see is her ass, like just straight up ass, like as if she wasn't wearing any underwear, right? But apparently she was wearing a thong. And it's hilarious because then the clip jumps back to her sitting down. Because like when it happens, she kind of like realizes like something strange. She kind of turns around and she like pushes down like to feel if her dress is there. And she's like, "Did you just like grab onto my dress?" To the cat, right? And then she walks out of the room. So then like the clip jumps to a picture of her, and she's like, "Okay, so the only reason why I'm wearing a thong is because it's like laundry day and blah blah blah." And I'm like, sure, it's because it's laundry day.
Damn, molesting cats.
Yeah, but it was like I was sitting there going, Jesus, dude, that is hilarious. Like that just so happened. That was, and of course, I'm sure like there were people watching the stream, and the moment it happened, like the clips of that just like jumped online like crazy.
So that cat helped make her probably like $10,000.
The best one that I laughed at was like what I crack up about the YouTube channel that does the Twitch stream fails is they'll show like the clickbait one, which is usually what they put in for their thumbnail, and it's this one of one of these like girl like Twitch whores, and all of a sudden like she's sitting there chatting away and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden like you see her talking to like her dog, and she's like, "Damn it." She's like, "Damn it, let go of my slippers." So she does one of these, stands up and turns around, and she's wearing essentially yoga pants, right? And it's hilarious because she's standing there. All you literally see is her butt as she's yelling at the dog, and you hear people that I guess are in her Discord channel, and like one of the dudes is like, "Yo, that dog's doing God's work right now, man. Somebody get that dog a biscuit." You hear all these guys just chatting away, and then like you realize she doesn't hear any of this, because she doesn't have her headset on. And then she kind of like, when she turns around, sits back down and puts the headset on, she kind of like catches the tail end of like what the people are saying. She's like, "Wait, what?" And like literally people are putting that same quote in her Twitch chat. So it's funny as shit. People like, that dog is the man, blah blah blah. It was so freaking funny, dude.
I love the last one, Nicos Law, where she didn't actually get banned for her wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, she was doing some kind of dance or something, and you got to see like the outline of herself because of her outfit. But I love at the end it says that Twitch shut down her channel after she filmed herself appearing to strangle her own cat.
That's funny.
I mean, what? Which cat now? Okay. I had that.
So
but yeah,
funny.
I mean, you think that if you're getting all those hits, you're getting all those visitors, making all that money, there's no reason to go that extra mile. I can see if it's one of those things where it's sweepers week and you're like, wait a minute, I need a season finale that's going to really kick. But if you're making all this money, why risk losing it? It's like, I don't get it. And why do we as guys keep falling for this shit? With all the stuff there is out there, we're throwing away our money to these people.
That's the thing that, like, if you sit there and you look at it, it's like I think the reason why they do it more and more and more is because they start to realize, like, wait a minute, the more I kind of like do, the more money these guys are sitting there throwing at me. And those are the type of things that they sit there and they try to, like, they push, like, how far can I go before my account gets blocked? You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's hilarious. Like I said, that freaking that one. I think, as a matter of fact, now that you say that, I think. Shit, now that you say that, I think, yeah, Nicos Law was the one that I was telling you. Remember that my friend was saying that he was watching her play League of Legends at Sona, and she was fucking like the worst Sona he had ever seen. That was her. And he's watching it, and it was that typical, like, 3/4 of the screen was her, and then, like, the little tiny thing was a thing. And, like, it was so funny. He's like, I could barely see what she's doing because of how small she's got the fucking screen. And he's like, he literally was saying, like, I have to, like, lean into the corner to see what the hell she's doing because it was so small, you know? And he's like, Jesus Christ. And he commented, he was like, bro, he's freaking sitting there, like, just watching the donations, just boom, 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 boom. And it's like, good God, man, it's amazing. Like, I remember seeing, I don't remember which one of these girls it was, but there was one of these that they're like, somebody wrote an article about it, how they talked about how, like, she needed to get a new gaming PC, or she was in the market to do it. And she sat there and finally said, like, all right, I'm going to see if, like, I can raise the money in a week. I want to try and do it. So she set a goal of, I want to try and do it in a week. This chick literally did it in a weekend. And when we're talking about a weekend, enough money for a computer, like, she set the goal at like $6,000, which is like not so, like, that's not a lot for a gaming PC, like from one of these thing. I think she ended up in the weekend raising something like fucking, I think it was like $10,000 or something like that. So, like, by Sunday, she was just like, oh, my God, guys, thanks a lot, and da-da-da. And, like, the guy that wrote the article was like, I can't fucking believe that many people fucking, you know, sat there and gave this bitch that much money.
Here's my question. Where are you sex-deprived motherfuckers getting all this disposable money?
It's like, Jesus.
And dude, why ain't you giving us any?
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, I know why. You don't have to answer that.
You know what it is? Like, I got to get a boob job or something and start wearing some, like, low-cut shirts or some shit. I don't know.
You know, I always wondered, I don't know if this would be insensitive. If it is, I apologize ahead of time. But what if someone's like transgender and their face has more masculine features, but they have a great rack? What if then all of a sudden you would just show just the rack? So in your case, you get a boob job, really, really good one, and then all we'll do is just show your neck to your boobs. But we'll still hear you talking. It'll be like Dr. Girlfriend in the Venture Brothers. Yeah. I bet people will still buy.
That's just
They're
fun.
like, man, that chick's got a deep ass voice, but that rack is primo.
God, I'll never forget that shit. That was a great show.